Hi there and Happy New Year. This is Sandy from Sister Cousin Lifestyle Channel, and today I am doing a video talking about my 10 top purchases of 2019. Now, the purpose of this video is not in any way to boast or brag, because they're all things, and I understand that they are things. They're not necessities, that they are blessings, and I'm happy to have them in my life. But I wanted to share them because they are things that did make life easier or brought me joy throughout the year of 2019. So that's the whole purpose of my video. So if you're interested in seeing what my top 10 favorites were for the year, keep watching. Now, these 10 things, I like to think of them as somewhat practical, right? As a mature woman. So I want to share what I have found that has helped me at this stage of my life. So the first thing I want to share is this bag. And many of you that were born probably, prior to the 80s, you probably will look at this and say, well, that's a fanny pack, right? And that's what I thought when these first made it back to the scene about, I don't know, maybe about a year or so ago. You start seeing these again. I'm like, a fanny pack, those are back cool again. This thing has been one of the best investments that I have made. And the reason for it is very light. It holds a lot of stuff, and it's versatile. Like, you don't just have to wear it around your waist. In fact, I don't wear it. I probably wear it in other ways more than I wear it around my waist, because you do have to unbuckle it in order to put around your waist. And also, they're no longer called fanny packs, they're called belt bags now. But this thing here, most of the time I wear it like this. You can also put it like around your neck and wear it like that. You can put it around your waist. Obviously, you can carry it as a handbag. It's just so many things that you can do with it. But I really love the fact that it's lightweight and it fits a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna show you really, really quickly, because I don't want this video, it's gonna be long because I have a lot of stuff and I want to tell you about it because it's good stuff, I think. So I have my glasses in here. I have some mints. I've got a card case in here. I've got some hand sanitizer, my lip balm, a lipstick, and my earbuds, some candy down in here, and I should have a pen in here, but this is a lip liner or whatever. But I'm gonna put everything back in here and show you that it is still room in here for other stuff. And I just threw it in there any kind of way, but this thing holds, look at that. There's so much room in here still, all around the side and everything. So this is one of my top purchases for 2019. I do not regret this purchase, not for a minute. It is wonderful. It is by the Coach brand, but this is not about the brand. This is about the bag itself, because any of them would, kind of fit this style if you get one in this size. Coach is known for good quality leather, so that's a good thing, because, the bag is just like my everyday toss around bag. I carry it a lot. So enough about that. This video is not all about this bag. All right, so I warned you that this is some older woman thing, right? So the next thing I want to share with you is these elderberry gummies. So elderberry is something that I never heard of until I moved to the South, but apparently it's something that a lot of people swear by during this time of the year. It helps to boost your immune system and keep you from catching colds and the flu and different things like that. And a lot of people take the syrup, or they also have some pill in the pill forms, but these gummies worked out for me because I don't like swallowing pills. I have prescription medicine that's pills, obviously, that I have to swallow, but I don't want additional ones. So whenever I can find like vitamins or other types of things that I need that come in a gummy form, that's what I get. And this particular brand I like, it's, Sambucus. I get it off of Amazon. And I just take 2 of these a day, and it says right there for immune support. And they are gluten-free and gelatin-free. And the reason why I feel like these are important for me is that I work in the school system. And when you're around kids of all ages, or people in general, this time of year, you can just get sick. So I like to have a little extra something for my immune system. And thank God I have not been sick this season. So these elderberries, I think that they're working pretty good. Now this next item is a private item, right? So we are all sisters and cousins in here, right? Nobody else is in here. Just kidding. So this is what this is. These are disposable paper seat covers. Genius. So I love these because, just in public places in general, but specifically for me working in a school or whatever, sometimes they never have them in the schools. They don't have them, or you go out places or whatever. And so there's just certain things that you need. So I keep this first, then this, right? So these are also off of Amazon. They are perfect if you need these, because they're not always going to be available in the restroom. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot more about that, but you older women, you may know what I mean. That squatting stuff gets old after a while. All right. So my next item that I am going to share is a brand, and it's by Vionic, right? Vionic is a shoe that kind of helps to provide support for you. So I have problems. See, it says support. It gives a lot of arch support. So I have problems with my knee. And what I have found over the course of the last year or two is that so I went to the doctor, I went through physical therapy, all of these different things, and they really couldn't find anything to say, this is the issue with your knee or surgery would correct it. There was nothing like that. So what I have found that has helped me is keeping good shoes on. I mean, like support shoes all the time. In my younger years, I wore a lot of heels and things like that. And I still like my heels from time to time, but in my day-to-day now, my lifestyle is different. There's no need for that. So I wear flat shoes, but flat shoes that have support. And so these have been worn down, but you can see here the buildup in the arch here. They are not the most gorgeous shoes that you're going to have. They do have different types or whatever, but I find these to be very, very comfortable for me with going into the schools and walking the hallways and things like that. They're just really, really, really comfortable. So the brand is Vionic. And how I became familiar with this brand is I had gone to the Birkenstock store, because that was a brand that I had found, helped. But Birkenstock, their shoes are truly, truly ugly. But I went into the store and the lady introduced me to Vionic. And so I had never heard of it. And so I looked at them and, they had a couple of them. I was like, okay, I can deal with that, And then it was like only a couple months later, Vionic just blew up, because I think Oprah featured them on the cover of one of her magazines or something like that. So after that, they just became, all the rage. But I became familiar with them earlier this year, and they are absolutely great. And you can get them online. And we don't have a Vionic store here. I don't know if they exist, if they have a brick and mortar store anywhere, but you can Google it and get them online. So that is that item. What am I up to now? That's only 4. All right, the next item is this gadget here. Now this is called microderma PMD, which is personal microdermabrasion, something or another. They have the ones that's actually a microderm machine for your skin, but this one is actually a cleaner for your skin. And earlier this year or late last year, I had a Clarisonic that I had for a long time, and it went out on me. So I wanted another Clarisonic. I love that to help wash my face and everything, but the Clarisonics were, a little bit pricey, and they rarely go on sale. And I don't even remember where I was, but this was on sale, and they were saying it was comparable to Clarisonic. I'm not going to say it's comparable to Clarisonic because it's very different, right? So this is not a removable brush, whereas the Clarisonic has that. This has bristles on it that kind of massages your skin. But this thing, I love it. I mean, you just put a little dab of your soap on here and you rub it over your face, and it's motorized, and it just kind of, you know, massages your face, which is supposed to help with anti-aging and keeping your pores clear and all of that type of thing. So it's really good for that. And then on the other side, it's got these grooves. And what this is for is supposed to be, I think, the application of your moisturizer. So after you cleanse your face, you can put your moisturizer on here and then massage it in. I do not use that side. I just use this side for cleansing my face, and I really, really, really like it. I know I've mentioned before I use all of the Murad products, but this is how I apply my cleanser, and I love, love, love it. What's my next item? My next item I've actually shared on here before. I don't know what I was talking about, but this came up, and this is my water bottle. I have a very difficult time getting my water in every day, and I'm supposed to be drinking, you know, like a gallon of water a day per my doctor. So I got this, and this really helps me to, you know, get that in, to be able to track it and know where I am through the day, because it doesn't come natural to me to just say, okay, it's time to drink water. I don't think about water. I don't like water. So this is like a visual for me, and it has the measurements on here that lets me know, you know, where I am. So if I fill this up in the morning, and I know by the evening this needs to be empty. And I know I said before when I showed this that I got it off of Amazon, and somebody asked me for the link, and I went back and realized I didn't get it from Amazon. So apologies for that. This actually came from Ross, because I saw it in there afterwards. I'm like, oh, that's where I got that from. So Ross has some, and I know probably Marshall's or any of the sister stores, TJ Maxx, Home Goods will have them as well. But I love that because it helps me to get my water in for the day. All right, the next item is something that I actually just got this. I have not had this all year, but I have been loving it. And it is the Amazon Fire. Yeah, Fire. I picked this up on Black Friday. I think it was $35, $40 or something like that, which is much, much cheaper than these used to be, because I know when they first came out, they were like over $100. But I never had a Kindle before because I don't really read like that. I don't read a lot. But in my life now with working in the schools, I have downtime sometimes where it's like I'm bored still. So I'm like, okay, you can read while you're doing that. So I got this, and I'm able to put this down in my work bag and pull it out and read if I have that downtime. I also picked up a journal for the same reason. So for the first time since I probably was a kid, when I used to do a diary, I started actually journaling. So that's also another thing that I like a lot, or have been enjoying this year. This is my next favorite thing, and I don't know if I mentioned, none of these are in any particular order. This is my Ninja air fryer, and I haven't had this too long. I got it towards the end of this year, but I love this thing. So you can make on here chicken, you can do fries, you can do beef. They even have cupcakes on here. I don't know how that will work out. And you can also dehydrate, which is going to be one of the next things that I try with this thing. But I love this. And in full disclosure, this was not the first air fryer that I purchased and kind of returned the others because they just did not work. I started off trying the toaster oven Ninja, not the Ninja, but the toaster oven air fryer, and didn't like it. And so I returned it. And then I purchased just the air fryer. I really didn't want to go this route because of the size of it. But this thing, I have no regrets. It works so well, and the food is absolutely delicious. So the Ninja air fryer, I can attest to it. I did try out the Cuisinart one, which was the toaster oven one. Did not work for me. Packaged it, cleaned it up, packaged it back up, and returned it like either the same day or the next day. It just did not work. So love this. All right, this is another favorite. Now, remember at the beginning of this video, I said I know that these are things and these are definitely not necessities, they're luxuries, but I'm so thankful. This thing changed my life. I have been using this. Now, I got this earlier in the year, and it is by far still one of my favorite kitchen appliances. And between this and my air fryer, I mean, my pots and pans are not getting a whole lot of use, nor is the stove, because I can literally do just about anything that I need to do. And I know probably everybody already has the Instant Pot because they've been around for a while, and I was a little bit late to the party. But I love it. And when I got it, I actually donated my rice cooker and my crock pot because I no longer needed them, because this does that and so much more. So I love this, that I'm able to, put on some beans or some greens or whatever and have it done in a very short amount of time. I actually did some beef for the holiday that turned out delicious. So this is a wonderful thing. And the last and final thing that I want to share that was one of my top purchases for this year was a ticket to Chicago. Not just one ticket, I bought quite a few tickets to Chicago, but that is something that's always very, very special to me and something that I definitely enjoyed to do. But this particular ticket was super special for this year because I was there for the birth of my grandson in July, and I was able to spend several weeks there bonding with him and bonding with my granddaughter during that time. So that was a big, big blessing to me to be able to do that and get there to visit with them as often as I can, since we're out of state and I don't get to see them, every week or every month or whatever, but I get there a lot. So I am very blessed for that. I thank you so much for hanging to the end. If you are still watching, you are wonderful and amazing that you bear it with me through this entire video. I thank you. I hope that these were some items that maybe you were wondering about, that, was helpful information for you. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And happy and prosperous new year to you. And I'll see you in 2020. Bye-bye.